all dear my students. I hope you all are safe at your home and taking care of yourself and your family. Already we have started our chapter properties of natural resources. Am I right? So what we have studied in that chapter, we have studied about the properties of natural resources, which are the air and water. So next our natural resource we are going to see, means already we have started that soil. So next we are going to see about that is the soil structure. Okay, so already we have seen the three types of soil. Am I right na? So next their structure we are going to start. The structure of soil depends upon the different shape of the particles in it. Means whatever the structure of that soil, it depend on that particles, means which type of particles are present in that soil, depend on that structure of soil is formed. Okay, understood? Means what? The structure of soil depends on the different shapes of the particles in it. We have already seen that in some soil particles are of large size, some are of medium size, some are of small size. Am I right na? So that's why the soil structure is depend upon the different shapes. Which are the different shapes? Large, medium and small. These are the different shapes of the particles in it. Understood? Soil occurs in the form of columnar, laminar, granular as well as block shaped structure. As we have given pictures over here, so soil occurs in the different forms. Which are the different forms? Columnar, laminar, granular as well as a block shape. You can observe here the pictures of the columnar. First one, second one is the laminar, third one is a granular and fourth one is the block shape structure. Understood? Next is point that importance of soil structure. What are the importance of the soil structure? Okay, so let us see with this. The fertility of soil depend upon the soil structure. Means if we are farming our farm, so for that purpose what we need, it should be fertility of soil, means how much fertilized that soil is. So the fertility of soil depend upon which factor? The fertility of soil depend on the soil structure, means particles present in that soil, means which type of particles are present in it. The advantages of a good soil structure are as follows. Which are the advantages of good soil structure? Root get a sufficient supply of oxygen. If soil structure, the particles present into the soil are of good quality, then root get a sufficient supply of oxygen. Whichever crop we are farming over there, that will get sufficient supply of oxygen. Water drainage is good, means removal of water is good. Therefore the roots of plants grow well. Due to that, roots of plant will grow in good condition. Understood? Which are the advantages of good soil structure? Sufficient supply of oxygen to the roots, and water drainage is good, therefore the roots of plants grow well. Understood? Now uses of soil. What are the uses of soil? This question will ask to you all. Please go carefully through the link. So let us start with uses of soil. Plant conservation means what? What are the uses of soil? Soil is useful to help plants grow. If soil is not there, is it plants will grow? Of course not. So this is the use of soil, that is the plant conservation, means to help plants grow. Second one is the water conservation. Water conservation we will see now. Soil holds water as a result by means of a bunds and lakes. we can get water for use throughout the year. Soil has a property that soil can hold the water. As a result, by means of bunds and legs, we can store that water for the use of throughout the year. Okay. Plasticity. So now we will see about the plasticity. Plasticity means what? Soil can be given any required shape. Means if we are taking that into the bowl, it will get that shape. If we are molding it, so that shape it can be achieved. So soil can be given any required shape. These property of soil is called plasticity. Means soil can be given any required shape, whichever shape you want you can give that to the soil. This property of soil is called the plasticity. Understood? The question will ask to you, what is meant by plasticity of soil? Soil can be given any required shape. This property of soil is called plasticity. Understood? Because of its plasticity, we can use it to make articles of a variety of shape. Now did you understood? Because of its plasticity, because of soil can be given any required shape, due to that we can make different types of articles of a different variety and different shapes. These articles can be baked to make them hard. Water storage, earthen pots, earthen lamps, idols, bricks, etc. are articles made from soil. So for which purposes you can use soil? The articles, then earthen pots, earthen lamps, idols, bricks, etc. Understood uses of the soil? This question maybe will ask to you for 3 marks, or maybe what is meant by soil plasticity, what is the property of plasticity. So remember it properly. Some useful types of soil. So now next one is the some useful types of soil. China clay. China clay is also known as the kaolin. It is white in color. It is used to make cookery, bathroom tiles, tanks, laboratory apparatus, masks, jars, etc. This type of soil used for which purposes? This is also known as the kaolin. So question will ask to you all, maybe, what is the another name of China clay? The answer will be kaolin. Understood? It is white in color. However, dishes, cookery dishes, here I have shown you some pictures. So cookery dishes, then materials which are using in our household purposes, then bathroom tiles, tanks, laboratory apparatus. The third one picture you can observe here, these are the China dishes, laboratory apparatus. All these things are made up with the China clay. Okay. Then shadow soil. It is whitish in color. It is used for making statues and idols. From this picture you will get idea about the shadow soils. Shadow soil is whitish in color and it is used to make statues and idols. Okay. Terracotta soil. Next type of the soil is terracotta soil. This soil is a red in color. You can observe the first picture over here. This soil's color is red. Decorative articles and pots used for growing plants are made up from this soil. So what is the use of a terracotta soil? This soil is used to make the decorative articles and the pots which are used for the growing plants. Understood about this? So in our house, whichever that soil pots are there, so that pots are made up with the terracotta soil. Understood? Pots which are we are using to growing plants, flower plants. Do you know about China clay is an mineral of the type kaolinite. It is found in China and hence called China clay. upon heating this soil acquires a glaze and hardness, and therefore it is used for making cookery. So why China clay is used for making cookery? China clay is an industrial mineral of the type kaolin. It is the mineral and it is found in China, and hence it is called as the China clay. And by using this soil, or with the help of this soil, whichever articles are made up, that acquires a glaze, shyness and hardness also. So that's why it is used for making the cookery. Now soil testing. Next point is our soil testing. The proportions of the various ingredients of a soil can be determined by soil testing. Means which particles or which minerals or which constituents, which things are included into the soil, it can be detected by using soil testing. If we are eating something, so what we are doing, if we are testing, so you will get idea which material is used in that substance. So similar for soil, the proportion of the various ingredients of a soil can be determined by soil testing. During soil testing, the soil is examined for color, texture and the proportion of organic matter in it. So how during means whichever the process is going on, soil testing, due to that, depending upon the color, texture and proportion of the organic matter, which color is of that, texture कौन सा है, so which proportion of organic matter include in that soil, that is going to test into the soil testing. Okay, soil is tested to find out if there is a deficiency of any ingredients and to decide what measures should be taken to remove the deficiency. Means why we are doing the soil testing? ऐसे for enjoyness we are doing soil testing? No, of course not. So for what purpose we are going to test the soil? Soil is tested to find out if there is a deficiency, means any substance is less or any substance is more in that soil of in any ingredients, and to decide what measures. So what should we have to do for that purpose, what should we have to recover that problem, for that purpose is soil testing is happening. So first one thing, soil testing is not doing at our home, it should be done at laboratory. Particular laboratories are there to for soil testing, so you just remember that. The soil sample collected for testing is dried in an open space in the shade for 8 to 10 days. It is then sifted through a sieve. So what is actually happening there? It is dried, the soil is dried for 8 to 10 days. After that they are giving that soil for the testing. Two tests, namely the pH and the electrical conductivity test, are particularly used in finding out of the characteristics of soil. Which are the two tests used for soil testing? The pH and the electrical conductivity. You can determine the fertility of your soil in your fields with the help of different test soil. So you can also do that. Now next one is about great scientist. The Danish scientist Sorensen put forth the concept of pH. So question will ask to you all, who has put the concept of pH? So the answer is, name of that scientist is the Danish scientist Sorensen. Based on the concentration of hydrogen ions. To determine the pH of a soil, a mixture of water and soil in the proportion is 1:2. is taken and tested using the several indicators. To determine the pH of a soil, what is going to be done? Do for the determining soil testing, it is use of a mixture of water and soil in proportion. So 1:2 is taken and tested using several indicators. Accordingly, soil may be found to be one of the following three types. Same as we have seen the different types of the soil, depending upon the pH, there are three types of the soil. First one is the acidic, second one is the neutral, third one is the alkaline soil. So acidic soil has a pH less than 6.5. Neutral soil has a pH in between 6.5 to 7.5. Alkaline soil has a pH higher than 7.5. So remember this properly. Acidic soil has a pH less than 6.5. Neutral soil it has a pH in between 6.5 to 7.5, and alkaline soil which has a pH higher than 7.5. Next one is a causes of diminished soil fertility. Causes of a decrease of soil fertility. Why soil fertility is decreased? Which are the reasons? So we will see here. Soil pH is less than 6 or higher than 8. It may decrease the soil fertility. Understood? So soil fertility, soil pH must be in between 6.5 to 7.5. It means the soil pH must be neutral, so it will give the soil good fertility. Otherwise, if soil pH is less than 6 or higher than 8, it may cause a diminution of soil fertility. Low proportion of organic matter. Whichever the organic matters are present into the soil, due to the absence or due to the low quantity of that materials into the soil, it may cause diminish of soil fertility. No proper drainage of water, repeated cultivation of the same crop. So if we are taking after 6 months only rice in the same soil, in the same farm, due to that what will happen? Repeated cultivation, repeatedly we are taking same that crop, so due to that maybe soil fertility will be decreased. No proper drainage of water means the removal of water is not happening properly. Due to that also soil fertility may be decreased. Continuous use of saline water. In the saline water there are lot of amount of salts are present. So if we are using continuous saline water, then only soil fertility may be decreased. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. So due to that also soil fertility may be decreases. Understood? These are the points. Due to that causes of decrease of a soil fertility happens. Now always remember that soil texture is a disturbed if a chemical fertilizer are used excessively and that land become unsuitable for sowing. So if we are using excess amount of chemical fertilizers, due to that maybe soil fertility will be decreased, and due to that land becomes unsuitable, which will not be suitable for sowing, not for farming. Crops should be rotated in order to maintain the fertility of the land. So we just have to take the alternate crops. If this year we are taking the rice, next year next any crop we just have to sow into the farm. So due to that what will happen? Soil fertility will be remains constant. For example, the fertility of land decreases after the harvesting of wheat. Hence, leguminous crop like a peanut, moong, mud bean, pea, lentil, Bengal gram, soybean should be cultivated to restore the fertility of the soil. As I told you, we just have to take the alternate crops into our soil. So due to that, what will happen? Soil fertility may be recovered. So last one is the when World Soil Day is celebrated. So World Soil Day is celebrated on the 5th of December. For what purpose we are going to celebrate this World Soil Day? To make efforts of conservation of soil, to take care, to prevent the soil. Okay. So here we are stopping now. Thank you so much. I hope you all understood about all these things.